Howdy folks, welcome back to Faded Paint Garage. So in our last video with the 56 we installed the Supercharger on it. It's a Powerdyne belt driven unit, and the installation went fine, but I did think it was odd how quiet it was when I started it up. Turns out the internal belt let go on first startup, so I never had a Supercharger working after I installed it. So we're going to jump in and get that belt replaced. I know I did check when I installed the Supercharger that the belt was functioning. I could turn the pulley and the turbine would turn, but it must have shredded it the first time it started up, which doesn't surprise me. It was an older unit, been sitting for a while. So we're going to jump in, get that belt replaced, and go from there. I've done a couple upgrades since then. I changed the intake on it, air filter and stuff. So let's jump in and get it taken apart and get that new belt on, and then see how it does. So I've changed the air filter configuration a little bit here so I could get the hood on and close it, and just put one of these different style on there with built a little aluminum bracket to hold everything. We'll get that all taken off so we can get in there. The main fallback to the Powerdyne unit and why they weren't popular is because of the internal belt. The better units are gear driven. They don't even make these anymore. They work fine supposedly, as long as you don't abuse them too hard. So we'll get this all taken apart and we'll start digging in here and see what's inside there and see if we can get that replaced. Can confirm internal belt is gone. You can see a little bit what's left of it here. All that fuzzy looking stuff is a belt, was a belt. Down in here, a better shot, you can see it's all watered up in there. So we'll clean it all out, make sure there's nothing, any damage causes the bearings and whatnot. And for as long as I run it, I don't know, so we'll see. I did learn something about this unit. There's a company or a fellow that rebuilds Powerdyne Superchargers. I think his name's John Vaughn. And I sent him some pictures of this unit, and they declined to rebuild this type because this one's been customized. So it actually has a tensioner. Somebody took and milled a block and all this and put this little tensioner in there. And he says because the goal was to make it more reliable, and it turns out he said it made them a little bit less reliable. So time will tell, but I'm sure he would know better than I would. So normally you wouldn't have this. The pulleys, I believe, are fixed. This one's not. So this actually tensions the belt a little bit more with this custom milled block and stuff. So we'll get that removed and get to clean it on this guy and check it out. So here's why this one's different. It's been modified. So it's got, I assume this has probably been ovaled out a little bit. and then it's got this custom block built so that when it's sitting in here like this tensioner gives you some adjustment there. So this whole block piece is customized. The factory ones, I think the pulley is just inside the unit, and you can slip the belt off the front. But I think the idea with this was to tension it a little bit. So we've got everything cleaned up. Everything's looking good. The bearings are all good. So I think we can put it back together. So let's get started on that. So installing the right belt on these is also important. What I'm going to be using here is this. John Bond sells this one. The part number is HTD belt, or that's the description. But if you go on their JB Performance website, you can get these belts for the Powerdyne. These are $95 or something like that. This is the right belt. It's Kevlar reinforced, so it's sturdy, holds up better to this belt drive supercharger. And I don't think the original ones are available anymore. But I did find an industrial belt that's the same size and parameters. It has the half moon teeth and all that. I know this one fits fine too, but I'm going to run the fiberglass reinforced one, or not fiber, whatever it is, the Kevlar reinforced one. This is just a regular industrial belt, but I guess if a person was in a pinch, this one would work. So that's a 375-5M by D&D, and the part number on the bag is ORB-375-5M-33. So I guess if you couldn't get this one or couldn't afford it, you could run this, and I'm sure it'd last a little while until you built some boost. But we're gonna install the good belt on this one and button it back up here. Okay, we're all buttoned back up, so let's fire it up and see if it makes supercharger noises now. Cross my fingers. Okay, we're off and running. Gonna give this thing a little test drive tonight. So far it hasn't blown up yet, so I guess we're doing good. We're a little cruise through town here. Sounds good. Lots of whistling. Oh, kids on scooters. Be careful here. They seem to like it. I'd say she's going to do okay. We're not going to do any burnouts or anything exciting this time, so I guess this is the end of this episode. But thank you everybody for watching. We will catch you next time and maybe go for another cruise. We'll see you later.